Detroit Den 313. We are back. Steve and Will talking that Detroit Lions football. You know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget the bell icon so you don't miss any of our new content. Steve, to kick this thing off, a thing happened today. A guy left our team, a popular guy, a guy that oftentimes wore a ski mask and got made fun of.
One time.
Yeah. Let's talk about it.
Real quick. All right, let's talk about CJ Gardner-Johnson. A lot of people are upset. I've had some people text me asking me why I'm not upset. I'm not upset. We won games without him. Now, is he an all-pro corner or safety? Yeah. Are they hard to find? Yeah. We won without him, though. End of story. Like, that's not opinion. That's facts. We lost him halfway through the second game of the season and didn't get him back until week 17. Week 17 could have been just a throwaway game, throw in the backups, keep everyone from getting hurt for next season. We weren't in that situation because we won games without CJ Gardner-Johnson.
Yeah. Hey, I'm kind of in the same boat. CJ, or whatever your name is, ski mask guy. You know how I feel about these guys when they leave. Good luck to you.
Yeah. Also, I'm surprised he went back to Philly. They kind of ran him out of town. Didn't want to pay him last year, but now all of a sudden they want to pay him. I don't know. Is loyalty not important? I'm not sure. And on top of that, I wish I kept receipts. I wish I bookmarked some tweets, but I remember being at that Seattle game when CJ got hurt, going on Twitter at halftime and seeing a lot of Philadelphia Eagles fans using the word karma. I don't know. I'm not high on the city of Philadelphia. Their fan base has their reputation for a reason. CJ, I don't want to see you get hurt. Even if you do get hurt, I'll be pulling for you to recover. We don't do that here. We don't cheer for injuries, but it's just confusing to me, but it's not my life. It's not my business.
Yeah, no doubt. I heard rumors that Philly was saying that they absolutely noticed the difference without having him. They begged, groveled, and came to him on their knees, and that's how they got him. I heard he had a very, very hard negotiation with those guys. He got paid. He got his bag. So be it. But that being said, moving on, the chapter is done. Thanks for all 15 minutes you played for us. And what we really talking about today, Steve?
So I actually texted you this a little bit ago. Confirmed that DJ Reader from the Cincinnati Bengals, he's built like an F-150, is visiting the Detroit Lions sometime this week. Doesn't say when. I mean, it's not a long drive from Cincinnati to Detroit. I can go pick you up if you need me to. Like, I can hit the road and be there in about 4 hours. Just DJ, if you need a ride, let me know, buddy. I'll bring you to Detroit for this meeting.
That's a large man. Can you know that?
I mean, we might have to put the cover up on the bed and throw him in the back. I don't know, but we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. So how you feel about it, man? Are you excited? Do you not care? How you feel?
I'm not overly excited. I mean, I want him, but when it comes to a pass rush, I don't think he offers much of that. I think he's more of a plug, run stopper. I mean, how much better do we need to get when we were the number one rush defense in the NFL last year? That's my question. But I mean, I don't know. When it comes to rushing the passer, that's not really his cup of tea. You know what I mean?
Yes and no. So part of me agrees with you, but there's a couple of things that when I think pass rush, I think DJ Reader. And here's why. Because DJ Reader is a guy that's going to demand two grown men to stop him from penetrating the middle of your formation. So if he's demanding two men to stop him from penetrating the middle of your formation, you're going to stop double teaming people. Maybe people by the name of Aiden Hutchinson, right? So maybe if I put you guys shoulder to shoulder next to each other, maybe you got problems on your hands. Maybe you leave him alone and you got to deal with him putting your center in your lap, right? So him putting your guard in your lap. So when I think about DJ Reader, I think about one, you're not going to move him, right? The best you can do is stalemate him. That's the best. Is try to stop him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get penetration. But you're not moving him off his spot. That's just not going to happen. I think he's 6'3", 330. He plays like he's 400 pounds. Just a mammoth of a man. Run stopper, two gapper. Like I said, a guy that commands a double team. I do not believe that he comes to Detroit and leaves not being a Lion. He is going to be a Lion. And I'm freaking excited for it because I think that it opens up the ability for us to be able to do some things as far as in this draft and as far as scheme wise. Another thing that excites me real quick is Broderick Martin, right? So, what is Broderick Martin? Right, he's a 6'5", 330-pound man with some physical gifts, right? You get DJ Reader in here, I think he can definitely teach him some things about how to play as a large human, how to play with leverage. That's something that DJ Reader does phenomenal, and I think that's another situation to where we could get a veteran guy in who's been in this league, I don't know, 8, 9 seasons, to put him under his wing and teach him some things. Broderick Martin has also been working with Aleem McNeil. He said that his plan this offseason is to take it as serious as Aleem McNeil, get with Aleem, and come back bigger, more agile, uh, able to be a lot more bendy and flexible so he can hit those edges and get a little bit of pass rush to his game and be able to work that leverage. So I'm excited for it all the way around. I don't think that there's any way Brad Holmes lets DJ Reader leave Detroit, not a Detroit Lion, unless there's some type of medical concern with him coming back from that quad injury.
I think I need step one of Broderick Martin, and that's for him to just put pads on. But I just need to see him suited up first and foremost. Like third round pick, you know how I feel about him. I don't hate him. I just need to see it play. I need to see it play more than 2 games out of 17. When you're not injured, it's just pretty much like a healthy scratch in hockey. DJ Reader, what I meant by pass rush is he himself is not going to provide a pass rush. He is not going to put up 5, 6, 7, 8 sacks a season. He will help other people. You want to know why the Cincinnati Bengals, Trey Hendrickson, has been very successful lately with double-digit sacks in the high 15s, 12? It's because of DJ Reader and what he can do. He's going to open up that door for you. He's going to do that for Aiden Hutchinson. He's done it for Trey Hendrickson. Trey Hendrickson was good when he was with the Saints. Don't get me wrong, but I think you can start to see that growth from Aiden Hutchinson, and it'll be because of a player like DJ Reader who's just opening the door. Like, hey man, I'm taking this guard and center for a ride. You go win that battle against that left tackle or that right tackle and win your matchups.
Yeah, go Hunt, man. I believe that's what I believe, man. I don't think that he leaves, but I will say, we cannot talk about how in Brad we trust and in Dan we trust and not give Broderick Martin 3 seasons, man. What did it take Iffy? Took Iffy 3 seasons, right? So we got to give Broderick to me. We got to give him 3 seasons. This year, the dude came out of Western Kentucky. The dude got drafted while he was trying to go to the bathroom. Had no idea that he was going to get drafted as early as he did. Dude had to run flights of stairs to go celebrate with his family because he was not prepared. And he played like that and looked like that. But is the upside there? I think so. There's only so many humans that large that can move and with the ability and have the motor that he does. And I think we're going to hone in on it. I think we're going to see the payout. Hopefully we see it next year. If not, maybe the end of next year and going into that third year like a Iffy Melifonwu. But I haven't given up on him yet, and I'm hoping we get a return. I'm trusting those guys.
Can you imagine a defensive line with DJ Reader, Broderick Martin, Aiden Hutchinson, whoever you want on the other side of Aiden Hutchinson, if it's Marcus Davenport, fully healthy, that defensive line, like you're not moving my 2 defensive tackles. And then I got 2 first-round talents in Marcus Davenport and Aiden Hutchinson on the other side. Like I don't even need to mention Aleem McNeil's name. I got DJ Reader and Broderick Martin who are combined, 700 pounds?
Yeah.
Find me 3 offensive linemen because one of them's getting double teamed. Find me 3 offensive linemen who can move 700 pounds that's fighting back against you.
Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers, man. Yeah. That's the first thing that I thought about because I'm looking at the landscape of the NFC North. Everybody's making moves from an offensive line to a running back. The Packers went out and got Josh Jacobs. The Vikings went and got Aaron Jones. Right? The Bears went and got Swift. They're trying to enhance their run games. They're trying to deal with the fact that the Detroit Lions do not let people run the football. So what is Brad Holmes going to do to counteract that? I think you're going to see him sign DJ Reader. I think you're going to see him do everything that he can, like signing the Tennessee Titans D-line coach, right? Everything that he can do to ensure that guys like John Scott don't come to town and not pay off, right? They said that he was going to be a technician. They said that he was going to teach this D-line any and everything that they needed to do from a technique standpoint to be successful. I didn't see Broderick Martin get better over the season. I didn't see Aiden not rush past the quarterbacks. I seen him continue to struggle like he did his rookie season running past quarterbacks. To me, those are technical issues. Those are issues of just missing the mark just a little bit. And I think those are all things that are going to get fixed because, like Dan Campbell said, he believes he's the best in the business at his position of coaching defensive line, and I think we're going to see the payoff from it.
I think Terrell Williams is easily a top 5 defensive line coach.
Yeah.
I think that's why we went out and got him to upgrade. I think our
Yeah.
defensive line was not good last year. I wanted to say other meaner words, but I'll just say that it was not very good. I think DJ Reader, there's no way he comes to Detroit and he's not signing a 1 or 2 year contract. I think he gets a 2 year deal. I think he's worth it. The only question is those quads. He's torn both quads, I believe. Separately.
Yeah, now he's torn both quads, but here's what has been said about it, and I did do a little digging into it. It said kind of like a knee injury. You tear one, you're bound to tear the other one, you know. So he said that after he had the surgery last time, that quad came back bigger and stronger, right? Hopefully it's the same deal. Now we tore the other one. We dealt with it. And I did watch a couple interviews that he had, and he said he has zero worries about the rehab. Said he's dealt with it already. There was no issues to rehab. It was tough, granted, but no problems. Doctor said the surgery went phenomenal, and there's a little bit of gamesmanship in there. Of course, he's not going to be like, oh man, it sucked.
Yeah, oh, my quad's ton. Like
Yeah.
I don't have it anymore. I'm just trying to get a contract. He's not going to say that.
Right, but I'm going to trust the medical staff. They're going to take a good, strong look at him. I'm sure there'll be X-rays and MRIs and the whole shebang. And if they sign off on him, his on the field gameplay speaks for itself. God, you were talking about earlier how they got all 22 film on YouTube from him, and he is just out there commanding a double team. He is just out there not being moved. So do not let Broderick Martin get good and let those two be standing next to each other, both commanding the double team. You can just cancel the NFC North running backs. They should just go find other places to find employment.
I mean, they're getting paid enough money. I don't think they need to go find unemployment, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
You want to talk one more player? There's one more guy he's not on. I don't want to tip my being, but I've seen his name popping up a lot on Twitter.
Mhm.
Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people want that pure pass rusher. They don't. I gotta be nice. I'm really trying to turn a stone here, William, and be nice to people and not use mean words. But a lot of people don't understand like what DJ Reader can do for the pass rush. I just explained it with Trey Hendrickson. Like he's going to take on two people. A lot of people want that pure pass rusher. Like I don't need any help. Put me one-on-one on an eyelid with my tackle. I'm going to go out and win it. Is Jadeveon Clowney someone that you would be interested in?
If the numbers were right and we were talking a 1 year deal, maybe. But he would be a guy I wouldn't go after until after the draft, and we see what we're doing in the draft, unless they have a plan of not addressing pass rush or something. But if you go into the draft, the guys that you wanted from a pass rush position aren't there, whether it be in the beginning, and we're talking about, drafting one of these guys, the Verses, the Turners, the Braswells, one of those guys, Chop Robinsons, or if you're on the back half of this draft and you were after the guys that we've talked about, Javon Sullivan's, the kid from Colorado State, and then
Muhammad Kamara.
And then what's the other one? Luther Ellis's son, Jonah Ellis. So if we're talking about one of those guys, something happens in the draft and we don't get the guys that we want, they come off the board, and we're out here naked and afraid without our pass rusher, then you go look at a guy like Jadeveon. But other than that, man, he's not a guy that I'm looking at to bring to Detroit, man. I'm all in on DJ Reader. Get him here as soon as possible. Once he gets here, don't let him leave. We'll go get his things and pack them up for him.
Yeah, I'm off work for 2 more weeks, so I can make that trip. Brad, all I ask is that maybe throw me a couple bucks for some gas and maybe a cheeseburger on the way, and that's all I really need. I'll go pack up his stuff for him.
I don't even need a cheeseburger and gas.
pay it out of your own pocket to go move it.
Hey, I'll go get him out my own.
Can I get an autographed jersey or something?
Maybe something. Hey, if he wants to be generous, but if not, fine.
Yeah, pay for my season tickets. I don't give me a little compensation.
Whatever.
But Yeah, Jadeveon Clowney, he's just kind of bounced around the league. He's not the same Jadeveon Clowney from South Carolina or his first handful of years in
No.
Houston. He's kind of bounced around. Tennessee, Cleveland. Where else has he been? I know he's in Baltimore right now. He's just kind of hasn't found a footing. Nobody's willing to give him a long-term contract. He's just kind of bouncing around on those one-year deals. I look at his stats from last year, 9.5 sacks. Yeah, I mean, that Baltimore front seven was absolutely loaded with talent. I mean, they just signed, what's his name? The defensive tackle, Metabuke, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking Patrick Queen on the front seven. Like Baltimore's team's loaded, so guys are going to be able to win some matchups. And Jadeveon Clowney did that. You
Yeah.
come to Detroit, I don't see 9.5 sacks. I think he'd be a good pass rusher for situations, but like you said, I'd rather feel out the draft if he's still there. Last resort, bring him into training camp and just see what he's still got. Give him a small 1-year contract if it doesn't work out in training camp. Hit
Yeah.
that cut button. Bygones, bygones.
Yeah. 100%. I'm seeing. I did look up the projected contract. They're looking at 3 years, 45, 15 mil a year. Is that something,
For
DJ
DJ,
Reader? Yeah, is that something that you'd be willing to pay him? 15
15
mil
a
a year?
year.
15 a year?
I know that's what the average is. I'm comfortable with 15 because I think the average is not going to be 15 with a signing bonus and all that. It'll probably be
Mhm.
like somewhere in the neighborhood of 12, I would guess. Just guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with 15. So if it's actually 12 a year after a signing bonus, I'm okay with that.
I'd be cool with 15, man. I would just like to make it incentive based, just based off the fact that he's been a little banged up. So hopefully that's something that he could understand. Hey, man, like we think that you're a phenomenal player, but the best ability is availability. And if you're not available, man, we don't want to be paying you all these monies. So,
Exactly.
but hey, if you're on the field, we trust you and we think that you'll take care of business. And why wouldn't you want to sign a or contract that was predicated on you just taking care of business?
Yeah, I mean, player friendly. So
Yep.
I wish that the Twitter stuff that I saw just said that he had a meeting sometime this week. Wish we knew when that was. We don't. Saw it from a couple sources, some bigger name Twitter people. I click on it, I make sure they look valid. I'm not going to trust a guy with 200 followers. When I see it from some people with 200,000 followers, they're not going to put the reputation out there for a bad tweet. So that's the news, guys. We talked a little bit about CJ Gardner Johnson real quick. Bye. Ta-ta. See you later. Thoughts and prayers. Bon voyage. Good luck in your future endeavors. We've gotten to some DJ Reader stuff, some Jadeveon Clowney. Leave some comments down below. Let us know how you feel. Hit that like button. If you're new here, stick around. Hit that subscribe button, guys. Greatly appreciated. We'll be back later with another show.
Peace.